So we're staying at the Fruta campground, which is just right here. And we were told that if we pick the apples here and we eat them in the orchard, there's no charge. So Chris and I are going to sample. He had a red one, and I'm going to try to get one of the yellow ones. We'll see how well. I kind of watched Chris, so I think.
There you go.
Okay.
And you just knocked one down too.
One down. Okay, there we go. Mmm. Oh, mine's sweet.
Mmm. Mine's good too. Mmm. Nothing like fresh picked apples. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Trade
It's
you.
all about the experience. Okay.
Trade you.
Trade. Mine's better.
The yellow is better. But it tastes more like a pear to me. That was kind of a, I mean,
it's really sweet.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we were just minding our own business here in the Fruta orchards, and we're joined by a family of deer. And man, they hit the jackpot. There are fallen apples everywhere for them to munch on.
Welcome to Cathedral Reef.
We've just gotten here. We just had the drive coming in from Escalante to Boulder to here. The drive on Highway 12 is amazing, and we had no idea whenever we were crossing the mountain that we were looking at the red rocks of Cathedral Reef. But then once we got here, we're like, oh my goodness, okay. It is amazing.
Okay, I've seen pictures, I've seen video, but nothing does justice to the beauty that's here. I'm in awe. Every turn, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
And so we dropped off the camper and are just kind of gonna orient ourselves and drive through and kind of take in the sights, driving first, and then we'll see about doing some hikes and other things. But we got a lot we're trying to do. We're only here a couple of nights, and there's way more here than we're gonna get to be able to do. So we are on the scenic drive here in Cathedral Reef. It's a 10-mile one-way, so 20-mile round trip road. Runs right by the campground, starts at the Fruta Visitor Center, and ooh.
Loaded nachos. So we don't have electricity tonight.
We have queso, but we can't warm it up in the microwave like we normally do. So we're just gonna put it in a pot of boiling water. We've got a little, basically it's just a lid that'll keep it up off the bottom so that it won't burn and melt. And then we're gonna do that. We're gonna put the lid on and let it steam. So Christy and I are, man, we've had a good day already, but we're doing a hike, and we're hiking to the Hickman Bridge. It's about a 2-mile round trip hike, and then I think from there I'm going to continue on to through Cohab Canyon back to the campground while Christy drives to the visitor center and maybe going to the grocery store in the nearby town of Torrey. So we're at the fork in the road where it does a little loop and goes actually underneath the bridge. Was it worth the hike?
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
It was fun.
And this is a pretty epic natural arch too. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing the Cohab Canyon Trail, and this is at the north lookout of the trail. Oh my goodness, it is, wow. Take a look.
We missed our Fruta pie experience today. We're gonna have to check it out tomorrow.
One customer ahead of us.
32 dozen pies. They open at 9. It is 2:26.
And they've gone through, yeah,
32 dozen.
Just today.
Just today.
So Christy and I made the drive to Cathedral Valley. Gotta say, that was a pretty bumpy ride. We chose not to do the entire Cathedral Valley loop. That one is like over 60 miles and takes over 6 to 7 hours. So we decided not to do that. You do have to do a river ford. We could have done it. I think the truck would have had no problem doing that. But instead, we chose to go in kind of the back way, and it's 15 miles one way, and then so 30 miles. So about half of what it would have been to make the full loop. So we did miss a few things. We didn't get to go see the Bentonite Hills. We didn't do the full loop anyway. But we are here, and you can see the Temple of the Sun behind me. I'm in a little bit of shade, and where I'm at is super cool. This is called Glass Mountain, and I don't know how to describe it. It is, from what I understand, it is a big kind of ball of gypsum that is, it's weird. It's called Glass Mountain. Mountain is a little bit of an overstatement, I guess. But as far as it being a really, really cool thing to come and see, it is pretty awesome. And then there is the Temple of the Sun and the Temple of the Moon behind it. Christy, are you happy?
I love shiny things.
It is.
I mean, I love rocks and stuff, but this is just a natural phenomenon.
This is weird. It's super cool.
I have to learn more about it.
But it is really weird. Just, it's like a big, I mean, from a distance, it looks like a big pile of garbage. But when you get up close, it is really amazing. I mean, it's like one big crystal, or I mean, a bunch of crystals that got kind of forced together into a big pile.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I'll tell you a little bit about this place. So we're up here in Cathedral Valley in Capital Reef National Park, and we're at Glass Mountain, I believe it's called. And this here was formed by a sinkhole in the earth, and it's mainly gypsum with some selenite as well, which are precipitate minerals, meaning they're these very fine minerals, mostly abiding under the surface, but water, when it soaks into the ground, will bring them up on top. So sometimes you'll see on hillsides kind of a white layer on top. Enough water filled the sinkhole with enough of these minerals that they built up in this crystalline structure. And this crystalline structure is in these nice even layers here. So if you look on the ground, you can find pieces flaked off in these perfect little rectangle flakes. So that's the crystalline structure.
my goodness. So the Gifford House has pies. The Gifford House is located right beside the campground in Capital Reef, and is, I think it's a historic old home, I think made someone named Gifford, and that they used to make pies for visitors as they were coming through. Well, it's turned into kind of a full-fledged business for them now, and they bake pies and sell pies at the Gifford House every day. Every morning. So this morning we got there. They open at 9, and usually they're sold out, or the past couple of days they've been sold out by around 2-ish. And we've missed it. Both times we've been here around 2-ish, and we've missed it. So this morning we're having pie for breakfast.
And I got a cinnamon roll for tomorrow's breakfast. That's going to go with us because we're leaving right after this. But we had to hang around to make sure we got it.
They open at 9 o'clock, and this time they actually have seasonal. They have a pumpkin pie, and then I got strawberry rhubarb. So that's an awful big bite you got there. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, let me try the strawberry rhubarb.
Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, it looks yummy. Oh man.
Is it good?
Oh yeah, it's yummy.
Let's swap.
Okay. Yep, that is amazing.
Did you mention the 35 dozen?
I don't know. They made 35 dozen this morning.
Okay.
You like that one a little better?
Okay, it's good. But maybe we should run back and get more. Put them in the freezer.
Oh wow. The pumpkin is really good too.